So your feet are the width of the mat, your knees are together. It's like a little mountain. Yeah, this actually neutralizes your low back. One hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, or your palms facing open, just receiving some energy. We got a couple more folks coming in, so I think I'm going to need to, the back row is going to have to move to the right or the left. Pick one direction. Yep, we're going to make room. There's going to be space right there. You can go a little this way and you're in good shape. Yeah, sure. We could just move. I don't remember who that was, but just push it over. Yep. Connect to your breath, Ujjayi breathing. Inhale through the nose to the back of the throat. Exhale through the nose to the back of the throat. I made you a spot there. And just arrive. Hi. Welcome to yoga. It's Tuesday, right? Okay. 3 more breaths. Hands behind your head, okay, like a little pillow. This row here is going to have to snuggie. The middle row is going to have to snuggie together. Yep. Sorry, guys. Hands go behind the head. You're going to windshield wash your knees to the right. Okay, so one knee, the right knee will be higher. See if you could, like, you kind of have to just drop. Yes. And the left thigh will kind of be down on an angle. Yeah. Hands are going to stay behind the head. You're going to come back to center. You're going to windshield washer to the left. Yep. So you're kind of making this motion. This is wonderful for the opening the hips. You're going to do it again. You're going to come back through center. You're going to stay grounded. You're going to do it slow. You're going to drop your knees to the right. You'll come back to center. You're going to drop your knees to the left. Good. We're going to come back to center one more time each side. You're going to windshield washer right. Try and move on the breath. Good. You're going to come back to center. You're going to windshield washer to the left. Good. You're going to come back to neutral, make a little mountain with your legs. Lift your legs up so they're like a little tabletop in the sky. A little tabletop. You can spark up your feet. I like to flex a little. And you're going to take your right elbow towards the direction of your left thigh knee area and extend your right leg out. There you go. And you're going to come back to neutral. You're going to rebend and you're going to go the opposite direction. So you're working from a tabletop on your back position. You're resetting. You're not going too fast. And you come back to center. And then you go opposite directions. We're all going to kind of move at different speeds because everyone's breath and bodies are different. You may do 2 of these really slow. You may do 27 of them if you're feeling really jazzed up. So you're just kind of alternating opposite leg. Perfect. And you're coming back. So on every exhale breath, you're moving, right? And you're not crunching your neck. So be very mindful that your neck, your elbows stay very open. You got it, Pam. That's the difference. So you may not get as close as you want. Keep going. Your lower back spreads across the mat and you're just coordinating yourself. You're just moving. Keep going for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees to your chest. Give them a little squeeze. Reach for the outer blades of your feet. Take a little happy baby this morning. Take a little happy baby. Pull your knees down around your ribs. If that's really not in the program for today to reach for the base of your feet, you're going to reach for the backs of your thighs as an alternative. Relax the head, the neck, the jaw. The goal with this yoga practice is to work hard, clearly. That's why we're all here. But to not struggle in a way that like you feel like you're not going to make it, right? There's a difference. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Get some momentum this morning. I feel like we need that. Rock and roll a few times. Cross the ankles. Step into a little tabletop position, please. Hands are about shoulder width. I take tabletop with the toes curled, but that's probably because of my knee. Yeah. Inhale, sink the spine down and look forward. Take two of the same. Yeah, or you could take one of the same. Want two of the same? No? Did you want that one? Okay. Sink the spine down and look forward, cat and cow. And then round it out. Good. Sinking down and looking in, or looking out, or something, and rounding. There you go. Keep going, cat and cow. Linking your breath to your body's movement this morning. Give yourself permission just to show up, be here, and not have an end game. There's no end game with this. Two more. Good, flat back, neutral. Separate your hands just a tiny bit wider for me. Curl the toes into the mat if they're not, and slide back into plank position. Your shoulders over elbows, elbows over wrists. If you're suffering from an injury this morning, modifications could be knees down, forearms to the floor. Rather than looking in towards the center line, look forward just a tad. Keep the extension of the neck. Bring your weight all the way forward. There you go. Squeeze into the center line of your body. Lengthen your tailbone. Contract your thighs. Pull up from the lower belly to the back of the spine. Connect to your breath. Fire it up right here. You're holding plank and you're just breathing. Little micro bend in the elbows is helpful. Hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Spread your palms wide. Feel your outer triceps grip in. Your shoulders move away from your ears. Spread your toes wide. And feel. Maybe the center of the heel starts to get closer to the ground. Maybe that's like totally not happening. Maybe you need to bend your knees a little bit or a lot. Good. Roll forward plank. Yeah. Drop your knees, everybody. Bring your weight forward, lower halfway supported push-up. Elbows close to your side body, neck stays neutral. These look very good. Re-straighten your arms, supported plank. Try it again, halfway to supported push-up. Your weight stays a little bit more forward. Your knees stay down to give you extra support. Re-straighten your arms, supported plank. Again, halfway supported push-up. Revisit supported plank. Good. In this supported plank, you're going to find your way into a modified side plank on the right side. So just wing your right leg out, plant your right hand, and then lift your left leg up into space. Yep, go the other direction, Beth. We're going right side, planting the right palm down, modified side plank. Reach with your left hand, bend your left knee crease, and grab your ankle for a little bindy action this morning. Yep, if it doesn't work, you don't do it. Everything that I tell you to do in here is optional, right? The goal is to stay safe, alignment, and breath. Fire up your right tricep, bicep. Take your right ribs and spin them a little more forward and kick your foot if you've got it behind you. There you go. Re-extend that left leg. Re-extend the arm. Take the foot to the floor. Revisit supported plank with your knees down. Bring your weight forward. Lower halfway supported push-up. So 3 more push-ups. Draw the waist in and up. Re-straighten the arms. Again, halfway supported push-up. Do it slow so you can feel. Revisit supported plank. Halfway supported push-up. You got it. Those look good, Chrissy. Straighten the arms, supported plank. So now you're going to find your way into a modified side plank on the left side. So wing your left leg out a little. Set it up so the left hand is firm. I like it a smidgen in front of the shoulder. And then maybe you can lift that top leg. Maybe it's not in the cards for today. If you'd like to take a little bindy action, bend your top leg in half, reach with your hand, and see if you can get a little bind. It's stretching the front thigh bone, the psoas, our walking muscle, so we can get out to the car after the class. Or maybe we'll crawl. Your breath is with you. Your mindset is everything. So if you're traveling someplace else in between your two eyes right now, just come back. I think that's the hardest part. Unhinge that right leg. Right hand to the floor, supported push-up, knees down. Supported push-up. Halfway to a regular push-up. Re-straighten your arms, supported plank. Halfway supported push-up. Straighten your arms. One more. Halfway supported push-up. Straighten your arms, lift your knees, plank position. You're in plank. Zip up the core. Hips go up and back, down dog. Look where you want to go to the top of the mat. Walk your feet there this morning. Take 2 big steps. Maybe it's 2, maybe it's 20. Long spine, weight is forward. Feet can be a little separated if that works better for you. Exhale, fold into yourself, let your head go. Do that again. Inhale, long spine, create some space. Exhale, fold into yourself, let it go. Root to rise, come all the way up. Drag it to prayer, drop your arms. Just stand for a beat, close your eyes and just feel today's body. No expectations, no guidelines, no plan. Just be you. Arms go straight up, open the eyes. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold, let your head fall. Long spine sets you up. Step, step, plank. Good. Halfway to a push-up that works for you, but pause. Maybe your knees need to be down. Drag yourself through an up dog or cobra, whatever feels best in your body this morning. Keep your neck neutral. Hips go up and back, down dog. Arms stay very straight, okay? Look where you want to go. Step or float to the top of the mat. Get there light. Long spine, weight is forward. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold, let your head go. Long spine to prepare. Step, step, float. If you're a floater, it sounded kind of funny. Halfway, you land in the low push-up. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Arms stay active and straight. Look where you want to go. Step or float to the top of the mat. Long spine as you arrive, fold into yourself. Root to rise, come all the way up. Drag it to prayer, drop your arms. Arms go straight up, nice, smooth, easy movements. Dive over, bent knees, forward, forward fold. Long spine to prepare, step, step, float, vinyasa of choice. So you know what your body needs, right? You do what works. Downward facing dog is where we meet. Arms stay straight, look where you want to go. Step, float, skip, get to the top. Long spine right here, fold. Root to rise, come all the way up. You want to feel your feet and anchor yourself. Tracy's ready for chair. Drag it to prayer. I saw that. She's like, I'm ready for it. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold. Long spine. Step, step, float, vinyasa. Up dog is smooth. Hips go back, downward facing. Here's your cocktails of blocks. I'm like a cocktail waitress. Your blocks are here. They have arrived. Okay, my back row, be careful of that little shelf, okay? Breathe your right leg up and back, 3-legged down dog. Point your right toes, come forward, hug your right knee towards your navel, give it a good little squeeze. Squeeze it in really tight. Activate that back leg, keep your arms straight up and down. Keep the leg in tight, just look forward. Keep squeezing the leg. Step the right foot all the way forward and through. Take a block under each hand and yeah, have it set up so it's the outside of the right foot and underneath that left shoulder. Good. So what's gonna happen here is you're gonna straighten your right leg on track and you're gonna scoop in your belly and look in. You're gonna rebend your right leg. You're gonna drop your left knee down on the ground or tap it up to you and you're gonna arch your back. Yep. So you're gonna straighten the left leg on track. You're gonna then straighten the right leg, scoop up the belly, look in. You're gonna rebend that right leg, drop the left knee or tap it down and arch like a little cat and cow happening. Again, you're gonna straighten that back leg first and then straighten the right leg and look in. You're gonna rebend that right leg, tap that left knee down and arch. Good, you're gonna come to fingertips to blocks, integrate that left leg and then rise to a lunge, high lunge. Now, when you come to this first high lunge, crescent lunge, if your hip points are dumping down or you feel a lot of pressure in your lower back, the recommendation is to soften your left knee a little bit. Yeah. You're heavy on your front thigh, not into the joint of the knee or the hip. The thigh bone slides back into the hip socket. The back left leg is supercharged up. Your arms are active. Keep your body upright. Just bring your arms forward like you're handing a tray of blocks to someone. Wrap the left arm underneath the right arm. So you're eagling the arms. You just do your best with this. Step up into eagle. So it's early in the practice here. Yep, you're working on balance, winding yourself up here. If the foot doesn't get smoothly around the calf, it's fine. So you have to bend your right leg, Natalie, more. Take your butt way back. Rather than yanking the elbows down, lift the elbows up, fix your eyes on something that's not moving. Keep your neck neutral. Unravel just your arms. Keep your legs bound up for breath. Unravel the left leg and step back, warrior one, first warrior. Yeah, trust the process here. Steer your right hip kind of under. Turn your left ribs forward. Energize your arms. Anchor your feet. Hands to frame your front foot. You're going to find plank, lower halfway to a push-up that works for you. If that's not doing it for you, then you find something else. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Breathe your left leg up and back, three-legged down dog. Point your left toes, come forward, hug your left knee in towards your navel. Arms are straight up and down, back leg is strong. Hug it in tighter, guys. Then look forward just with your eyes. Your eyes go forward, but your leg keeps charging in towards your center line. Look forward with your eyes and step your left foot forward and through. Good. Be on your fingertips. Slide the blocks underneath your hands. It's super helpful. Good. You're going to straighten your left leg on track as best as it's going to go. And you're going to look in. So you're going to round your spine and look in. Back leg is strong. You're going to rebend your front left thigh. Drop your right knee down. Tap it to the ground and arch your upper back. That's why it's nice to have the blocks. Just a little bit. You're going to come back, engage that back right leg up off the ground, straighten the left leg on track and scoop and round in. Good. You're going to rebend, drop the back knee down to the ground, arch the spine and look forward a little. Good. One more time. You're going to integrate your back right knee, straighten that front leg on track and round in. You're going to rebend your left leg, drop the knee, tap it down and create a little bit of an up dog. Good. You're going to find a little more neutral here with your torso. Integrate your back right knee so you're in a low lunge hovering here. And then rise to a high lunge, crescent lunge. Finding breath, finding balance, finding focus. Good. Steer your hips forward. Integrate that thigh bone back into the hip socket and zip up. There's a scissoring of your inner thighs. Nice. Your breath is with you. Just bring your arms forward, just your arms. Wrap your right arm underneath your left arm. So just do that part first. Step up into an eagle, whatever that looks like, it doesn't matter. So wrap your right thigh, but you have to bend your left standing leg in order to kind of get that thigh to wrap around. Weights in that standing heel. Keep the neck neutral. Try not to shove the elbows down or lift them up too high. Find like a nice position with them that you're getting a good stretch to the upper thoracic. It looks good, Beth. Nice alignment. Nice, Danielle. Unravel just your arms. Just do that much. And then see if you can smoothly transition to warrior one. Take a nice giant step back. Good. Anchoring that back foot. Your back foot's at about a 70-degree angle. Something's happening. Yeah, I need some assistance too. It's not a good thing going on here. Steer your left hip under you. Take your right ribs forward. Yep. Looks good. Alignment looks awesome. No air coming in. You can't have any air. Hands to frame your front foot. Chaturanga push-up. Upward facing pulls you through. Hips go up and back, downward facing. Arms stay very straight, okay? Look where you want to go. Step or float, top of mat. Long spine, fold. Let's hit chair together, chair pose. Did you book your hotel for Jazz Festival? Do it, do it, do it, do it. Rolling Stone, Rolling Stones. Yes, I'm going. I'm going to go. I'm turning 45. I'm going to see the Rolling Stones for my 45th birthday. Yes. We should have things in our life that you can remember. Shoot up to stand up, drag it to prayer, drop your arms. Arms go straight up. Here we go. Chair pose. I saw Patti Smith on my 40th. She's unbelievable. She's an animal on the stage. See, there you go. You remember things like that. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold. It's not things, it's experiences. Step or float, vinyasa. Upward facing, so much more meaningful. Downward facing. Right foot lands, back foot turns, rise, warrior one. To the floor we go, chaturanga. Some of you are moving like a hit and run, so let's slow it down. Yep. Downward facing dog, the left foot lands. You're not getting graded on speed. Rise. There you go. Chaturanga push-up. This is my 10-year-old's new favorite song. Down dog is where we meet. Here we go, guys. Exhale the breath out. Activate your hands and your arms. Look where you want to go. Step or float, top of mat. Long spine. Fold. Let's hit the chair, reminding you that weight's in your heels. And there's always going to be a natural curve of your low back. So try not to adjust too much. Just go let nature kind of run its course. Shoot up to stand up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Arms go straight up. Chair pose. Here we go. Dive over bent knees, forward fold, let it go. Long spine sets it up. Step or float, chaturanga. Smooth through your transition of up dog or whatever back bend you're taking. Downward facing dog. The right foot lands on your breath, warrior one. To the floor we go, chaturanga push up. Adding or subtracting what works for you. Up dog, smooth, press even. Hips go up and back, down dog. Left foot lands, back foot turns. Rise. To the floor we go through your push-up. Upward facing. Hips go up and back, down dog. Exhale the breath out. Leave it behind. We're going to do one more. Arms stay nice and straight. Look where you want to go. Step, float, skip, crawl, top of mat. Long spine, weight stays forward. Fold. Chair pose. Shoot up to stand up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Here we go. Arms go straight up. Heavy in your heels. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Long spine sets you up. Step or float, vinyasa. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Right foot lands, back foot turns. We are moving, guys. Yes. To the floor, through your vinyasa. Your heart rate is up. You're starting to sweat. Left foot lands, back foot turns. Rise, warrior one. Chaturanga push-up when you are done. Upward facing. Hips go up and back, downward facing. Drop to your forearms so you're in a dolphin pose. Yeah. Yeah, you said it. That song is so angry. Yeah. Now we got our anger out. We're in a forearm stand. You know, we're in a forearm prep. We're not going up though. Yeah, so angry. Sasha's so angry. Yeah. My 10-year-old is angry. She likes the white stripes. Yeah. So you're hugging into the center line. Your neck is neutral. We're switching gears, okay? Breathe your right leg up and back. Yeah, just be careful, Danielle, back. That you've got that wooden ledge. Yes, but you're good. You're good. So you're going to take your right knee and you're going to hug it towards your navel and point your toe, but you're going to stay in that same position. There you go. You're going to extend your right leg up and back to a three-legged dolphin. Perfect. You got the hang. You're going to point your right toe and hug your right knee in. Perfect. Extend it up and back, three-legged dolphin. One more. Point your right toe, hug it in. Extend it up and back. Lower it down, dolphin. Keep it together. Breathe your left leg up and back, three-legged dolphin. Scissor everything in. Point your left toes. Hug your left knee in. Scoop up. Extend it back. Again, hug it in. Give it a good squeeze. Squeeze the outer triceps. Extend it back. Lift the hips higher. Point the toes. Hug it in. Extend it back. Lower the left leg down. Walk out to a forearm plank. You've got this. Forearm plank. Forearm plank. Forearm plank. Lengthen your tailbone. Look forward with your eyes. Drop to your belly for Sphinx pose. Sphinx pose is essentially your elbows need to come a little bit more forward. So Beth, it's a funky pose because it's very passive. And for people with bad lower backs, it's a great back bend because you're not jamming, right? So envision yourself here. You're not in a cobra, you're in Sphinx. So your elbows are a little more forward and you're really opening up and broadening that chest. Perfect. Now you're gonna kick your right leg in towards your right butt cheek. You're just gonna kick it up. See how this feels with the meniscus, okay, Danielle? Okay, maybe you can't bind on that side. Take your left forearm and turn it in just a little bit. You're gonna reach back and grab your right foot from the inside or the outside, whatever feels better. I really don't care. And then you're gonna steer, rather than taking your right shoulder back, I need your right shoulder forward and your arm straight. There you go. So you're staying in more of a traditional back bend. Nice. Now your right thigh doesn't even really lift up that much. It's more the action that's happening. So you feel the lengthening of the thigh across the mat and the chest broadening and opening. So there's a reason we're doing this. Let that go. Let the right leg go. Take the forearm back down. Kick the left heel in towards the butt cheek. Now, don't assume that this side's the same. It may be different. So take the right arm and turn it in a little on the angle. I find that helps. Reach back and see if you can get hold of your foot from the inside, from the outside. So it's not about getting the leg. It's not a floor bow. It's not about getting the leg up. So Danielle, slide your knees a little closer together just for alignment. Perfect. So it's lengthening of that thigh across the mat. Chest, you have to steer it forward. So you want your shoulders forward, heart open. Yes. And you want to feel the fire of that back leg. Let it go, Sphinx pose. Curl the toes into the mat. Press up, forearm plank. I know Natalie just had a look of fear. She was like, oh God, we got to get out of the pose. Sometimes that's the worst. One palm at a time, plank position. Hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Step your right foot smack in between your hands. Turn your back foot on a sharp angle. Let's cartwheel up or open to our first warrior two. Yeah, warrior two. Your right knee tracks over your right ankle. Your arms are really nice and wide. Alignment, Pam, looks spot on. Really nice. Side ribs long. The trick is that you want to find evenness in your body. We're not completely even, so it's almost impossible. So the goal is just to find the best version of that. Roll your right thigh open. Finding some sort of relaxation within an intense moment is possible. Activate, lengthen the tailbone and sit deeper. Drop your arms alongside the body, but keep your legs bent like warrior two. Interlace your hands behind your back if that's available. So arms can be straight or a little bend if you're a little bit more compromised. That's fine. Keep the shape of the lower half of the body. You're going to keep your shoulders very open, and we're going to start to tip to the right a little bit. So you're just creating a small shape in the body. You're tipping to the right, but you're steering your chest open. So right shoulder has to rotate towards the left. There you go. Anchoring your feet and your legs. So lift up, Beth, more and turn the right shoulder more to the ceiling. Keep turning your right ribs. Anchor through your feet. That's it. Let go of the clasped hands and place your right arm on the instep of your right leg, anywhere that it's going to go today. A block is super helpful. Good. And unravel the left arm to the sky. We're setting up for a B variation of extended side angle. Arm can also rest nicely on the top of the right thigh. Wrap the left arm behind your back. Take the right arm and wrap it underneath the front of your right thigh for a full bind if you're ready. If not, you stay. Half binders, a solid place to be. Block can be any height set up for your right hand that it's comfortable for your right shoulder. The same action. You don't want your right shoulder turning in. It's the same setup. Crown of the head moves over your front foot, and you continuously turn your torso and your chest for the back bend. Unravel the left arm. You got it. Warrior two without any bounce. Take it to the floor through a vinyasa of choice. You pick. Maybe you just want to go to dog and take an extra breath. Totally cool. This is it. This is the song. This is the song. For those on Zoom that aren't listening to this playlist, we're listening to Sublime. Yes. Step the left foot smack in between the hands. Turn the back foot like that in Red Hot Chili Peppers. Turn your back foot strong. Circle open towards me. Warrior two. Soften the shoulders. Settle in. Find you. So this way we don't really have a view of ourselves. You just have to guess. You guess with your best guesstimate. Breathe across your body, and it's definitely helpful to have your back right toes a little turned on an angle. Yeah. And as you hold the pose, energy creeps, and it finds ways to, like, you know, mess up that alignment. Keep rolling that inner left thigh open. Keep anchoring your feet. Feel the feet on the ground. Keep your legs solid and straight the way that they are. Don't move them, okay? Drop your arms alongside your body. Interlace your hands behind your back. If you can remember the grip, find the opposite funny version. Inhale, open the shoulders. Exhale the breath. You're going to start to tip a little to the left. Now, the goal here is that when you tip, your left shoulder, I can still see it. So it has to continuously turn. There you go. Now, as you turn it, your left knee doesn't buckle in. You keep rolling out. So maybe it's less. Maybe you have to drop less. So you're in this hovering version. Keep gripping that left hip in. Keep wrapping that inner thigh open and keep turning your left ribs. Unleash the hands and find your version of B variation. A block to the instep of the foot is helpful. Arm to the top of the thigh. First, reach the right arm up, get the length through that side body, and then reach it behind your back. And let's set up for our half bind, or maybe you're ready just to dip right into that full bind. Yeah, there's a little lean back, there's a turn, and there's a gripping of that left hip. Anchor the right leg and breathe your collarbone and your chest open. Stay with it. You guys are rocking it. Unleash the top arm. Warrior two, come on up. Sit deeper into this warrior two. Circle it to the floor, vinyasa. The up dog is smooth, guys. No jerky motions. Hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Step the right foot smack in between the hands. We're going to find triangle right from this position. So turn your back left foot and grab anywhere across the front of your right shin to kind of find your way into triangle pose. You need a block, take a block to the outside of the foot. Chrissy, take a little bit of a bigger stance and open up your left foot a tiny bit. Yeah, you're good. Stay with it, guys. There's a little lean back, hooking in of the hips, side ribs long. You're looking up if possible. If you want to add the half bind, you're welcome to today, or just stay in this basic form of triangle. The half bind will be the left arm wrapping behind your back and grabbing, ideally to the inside of that right hip, outside of that right hip. Keep the bind if you have it. Look down and step up Ardha. So you're going to step right into your Ardha Chandrasana. If you have the half bind, keep your arm wrapped around. The block moves enough forward that you can find your balance. Your right foot stays forward, your hip grips in, your side ribs stay long, and you can stay with that half bind, or you could release the arm up into a regular version of this. If you want to add a Chopasana, that's a bind with your top left leg, you're welcome to do that, or just stay here. Keep turning your bottom ribs, Jode. You got it. Fix your eyes on something that's not moving. Release any binds that you added in, any embellishments. Your eyes go to the floor, your left hand comes down. We square the hips together and land the feet at the top of the mat. Long spine on your inhale breath, exhale fold. Chair pose right here in this moment. You continue to work hard. Drag the hands to prayer. Inhale the breath, hook and twist towards me over here. So just reminding you, sometimes it's not about how deep you go in these poses, it's about the alignment. So air twisting is an option. Weights in your heels. Jess, looks nice. Your breath is with you. If it's traveled elsewhere, this is going to get to be very ugly. Watch that the left knee isn't sliding past the right. It's a little sneaky. Don't go to the dark side. Stay here. It's very easy. Chair pose. Pull it around. Chair, chair, chair. Sit, 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 sit. We're going to hit a boat Navasana. Legs are going to be bent. Hands are going to go behind the head. Elbows nice and open. Keep the chest open. Yeah, create almost like a little tabletop with your legs. You're going to heel tap. Right heel's going to tap. You're going to bring it back up. Left heel's going to tap. You're going to bring it back up. Right heel taps, bring it back up. Left heel taps. Here we go. Yep. Keep the side ribs very long. The goal is that you're not in your low back. You're deep in your core muscles. Perfect. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Nice, Rima. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms up. Arms forward. Cross the ankle, step or float, maybe curl back. Chaturanga push-up is optional. Up dog is there for you to kind of clear it out. Hips go up and back, down dog. So don't lose your mojo. Step the left foot smack in between your hands. Turn your back foot on a sharp angle. Find your triangle right here. So think of triangle getting into it from this position like a big yawn, like you're opening up. Yeah. And if it doesn't work, you just reset. Block to the outside of the calf is a great option. There's a little lean back action, but there's a scissoring and activation of your legs and your side ribs. Adding in the half bind if that's available and feels like it's something that you want to do today. You're good. You having fun or you're miserable? Okay, good. Lean back a little. That's it. If you have the half bind and you want to keep it on with you for the Ardha, look down, everybody. Step up into Ardha. Step up Ardha. Yeah, half bind is optional. If it kind of feels good in your body, give it a whirl. I like to keep it, and then when I get into the pose, I extend the arm up, and then I would add in the other bind, which is the Chopasana, which is where the top leg binds. There's a way that we can do like a funky bind, but we'll do that another day. If you're just in the traditional form, which I love, flex your top foot super strong. David, turn your bottom ribs. I was going to tell you before you came out. And lift that thigh. Lift your right thigh up, hip height. There you go. Release any embellishments. Ooh, that was very good focus, Jody Paul. Right hand to the floor. Step your feet together. Long spine right here. Fold. Chair pose. Hit the chair. Try not to go into your brain. Just go into your body. Drag your hands to prayer. Inhale your breath. Hook and twist to the left. Right elbow hooks to the outside of that left thigh. Or air twist. Watch your right knee, Karen, that it's not swinging past your left. That generally comes from your right hip, guys. Look sideways, look up. Be here. Chair pose, pull it around. Shoot up to stand up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Good. Standing on your left leg, bend your right leg up. And from the instep, your right arm doesn't turn. You're going to grab your right leg. Someone has to demonstrate. That doesn't happen yet. Perfect. So Chrissy, turn your right arm so the crease of your right wrist and your right forearm is forward. There you go. Good. Left arm up towards the sky. The classic OG pose. Yeah. Kick your right foot into your right hand. Stay upright as long as you can. You may go 2 inches, so don't judge it. Soften your left knee a little. Once you get to the point that you feel like you can't kick anymore, then you start to drop your body down a little bit, but only a little bit. Otherwise, it's like too fast with an elevator. You're going to hit the floor. You want your right knee behind you. So if you could see your right leg coming out to the right, go less into the pose and work on kicking up and kicking back. Steering your chest forward. Envision the posture that we did from Sphinx on the floor. It's the same posture. Release. Come to a standing position. Switch sides. Left palm faces open. You grab your left foot on the instep. Your right arm extends up. Reach big through your right side. Begin to kick your left shoulder, your left leg behind you. Only go as much as your left leg's going to kick. The kick may be minute. Soften your right knee. Once you find that space that you've kicked enough, then you start to slowly drop the body down. Release, right side, go right forward. Grab your right foot on the instep. Yep, grab it on the instep. Make sure you're not finagling your arm. The forearm is facing forward. Start to kick up, kick back. The body, remember, soften the left knee. Kicking up, kicking back, and then slowly dropping the body down. You got it. This is great, guys. Kick a little more, a little bit more oomph. And if you fall, you want to fall a little more forward, not backwards. Release, left side last time today. Right arm up, left arm grip it in. Start with the knees lined up, start to kick up and back. Yep, the leg goes behind you, the shoulder slides right back. And then you start to drop the body down as you kick and you stretch in opposite directions here. Give it a little bit more. Exhale the breath, release. Stand with your feet together, arms by side body, shoulders drop down the back. Good work. Arms extend up towards the sky. Energetically fold over bent knees, forward fold. Long spine sets you up. Step or float through your version of a vinyasa. The up dog is a transition, but it is smooth and it's purposeful. Hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Step the right foot forward, crescent lunge. We have arrived. Rise. Drag the hands to prayer at heart, lean way out. Then hook the elbow and twist. You get here and you're like, okay, my legs feel like, applesauce. Drop your back knee and give yourself a little support this morning. Also know that you can modify with an easy twist if this doesn't work for you. You want some space between your torso and your right thigh. And there's definitely a little lean back. Looks good, Sam. Crown of the head lines up with that back heel. Maybe open the arms. Bring more weight forward, guys. So the ball of your back foot, you're like launched off of it. There you go. Hands to frame your front foot, pause. Drop your back knee down at an angle. Some of you may need to pad your back knee. Yeah. Use a block, slide it to the instep of that right foot. Left hand comes to the block. Place it on the block, left hand on the block. Right arm peels back. This is full pigeon. Yep, right arm peels back. Reach it straight back towards the skinny edge of your mat. There you go. This is a good spot to stop because a lot of us, you need to work on the angle of that back left thigh. Danielle, see how that feels? Rather than having bone to bone on the mat, slide the left thigh back and it's actually going to be easier. There you go. If you can grab your foot, that's a dream come true. If not, don't worry about it. It's not happening and you're not getting anywhere further. Watch your right knee. Today, I want that right knee forward. I don't want you winging out. Watch your left shoulder. Yeah. Because what happens is it's okay some days, but we really want to make sure we're not in the joint. Yep. Three more breaths. Wherever you've chosen to be, just breathe and be present. If you took a bind, release the bind. Yep. Take both hands to frame your front foot. Curl the back left knee up off the ground. Curl the toes into the back and into the mat. Step the back foot in so you have like a short stance, like 3 feet. Come to the fingertips. Slide your hands to your hips. Come halfway up. Come the rest of the way up. We'll do twisting triangle right now. Right hand stays on hip. Left arm extends up towards the sky. So it's bold and it's big. Inhale the breath, lengthen up. Exhale the breath, you come down and you set up for this nice, yummy hamstring IT band twisty pose. A block to the instep of the foot is helpful. What's a day without my high schooler texting me from school? Steer your hips back, twist. Good. 2 more. Right hand to the floor. Just fold over that front leg and bend your right knee a little. If you have your blocks there, you can kind of use them. And just let your head go. Relax your jaw, relax your face. Good job. And then from here, I just need you to step to a down dog. Just step back, downward facing dog. Awesome. Step the left foot forward, okay? Rise, crescent lunge. Here we go. Drag the hands to prayer. So the trick with this pose is lean way out like you're going to go to warrior 3, but don't. And then hook and twist or air twist. Yeah, and if you need to drop your back knee, drop your back knee. If you need to take the modification of an easy twist, that's a really nice option. You're high in the ball of your back foot. Grip your left hip in. Activate your right leg. Crown of the head is moving forward and then the little lean back. This looks great. Alignment looks awesome. Hips are aligned. And right about now, you want to stop. So you're going to stay 2 more breaths. Hands to frame your front foot. Drop your back knee. Pat it if you need to. Make sure the knee isn't jammed into the mat. It's on an angle. Right hand to the floor. I recommend a block just so we stay out of our shoulder. Listen, there's days that you can press this block up really high too. The left arm reaches back towards me. I'm back here hanging out. Yep. Palm faces towards the mirror wall. That way you know that your shoulder is set up. This could be it for today. I'd rather you be like this and really make sure that your chest stays open and that shoulder doesn't roll in and your knee is moving forward, then worry about anything else. If the foot kind of meets the hand and it happens, awesome. If it doesn't, there's always tomorrow. Yeah, it's fine. You could do that, Beth. That's great. Because that's activating your quadricep and your hamstring, which is good. 2 more. Release that bind. Place both hands to frame your front foot. Integrate that back leg so it's up off the ground. And then step the foot in so it's a shorter stance. About 3 feet. Come to the fingertips. Slide your hands to your hips. Come halfway up. Come the rest of the way up. Here we go. Big bang, twisting triangle. Left hand on hip. Right arm reaches big. Integrate that back leg. Reach way out. And let's come forward. Twisting triangle has arrived. Steer your hips back. Good. Breathe, guys. As you open, you kind of break away all the layers. Yeah. 2 more. Exhale the breath, fold. Fold over that front leg. Let it go. Let it go. Step back, down dog. Plant your palms, down dog. Down dog. Lean out, lean on your left hand, Vashisthasana side plank. Yep. Any version. Plank position, right to the other side. Zip it up, guys. You got this. This is the end. Any variation of a side plank that you know you can hold for about 5 breaths. Yep. 2 hips squared on top of one another. Any variation that works if the alignment is the same. Plank position slow. Chaturanga push up to finish it strong. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Slide your right knee forward, half pigeon. This won't be a long hold because we did a version of it. So about 30 seconds, just pop into it. If this doesn't work, go onto your back. I'm behind you. Lift up for a sec. Yep. Yeah. So when you're in it, I want you to feel is that your hips are higher than your knees, and I think that's going to feel better. Switch sides, guys. I know it's not long, but you take what you can get and you don't get upset. That's it. Yep. Half pigeon. You melt into this pose. Good. Come up nice and slow. Swing onto the left hip and swing your right leg forward. Lay down, move your blocks with you. Okay. And we're going to set up for our little back bend. We're going to do 2 back bends today. So I like blocks under the feet. Since you all grabbed 2, you might as well take advantage of that. It's the same setup as bridge. Okay. Fingertips will skim the backs of the blocks. You'll lift up from here. Yep. You can interlace your hands. You can make robot-like arms. Yeah. You could just go for a block underneath your low back if you're not feeling this. You want to wrap your inner thighs down and under. The knees go forward. The feet are forward. So lift us from the tailbone to the backs of the knees. Exhale the breath lower down. Unless you have a block underneath your tailbone, then you just stay. Everybody reset. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Repeat or full wheel. Okay, full wheel, you could stay with your feet on the blocks. You're going to get a lot more lift. If you can flip your palms, you bring your chin to your chest. Giant breath in. We lift up with ease. If it's a struggle, go back to the original. Nice work. Wherever you are is where you are for today. Lift up a little bit higher. Exhale the breath, lower down. If there's any objects underneath your low back, remove that out slowly. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Give them a giant squeeze. Drop your knees together to the right. Torso a little to the left for just a basic supine twist. Anything you want to add, please feel free. Come up to center, kind of how we started the class. Drop the knees together over to the left though. Yep. Great. Come up to center, guys. Give your knees a giant squeeze in towards your chest. Slide into Shavasana, complete rest right now. The work is done. The hardest posture has arrived. Complete rest for the next 2 minutes. If you have a little towel, I recommend putting it over your eyes. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Bring your arms up over the top of the head for a full body stretch. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Give them a giant squeeze. If you prefer finishing your practice in a Shavasana, please, remain. Rock up any way that works for you. If you choose to finish seated, sit up nice and tall. In these final moments of the practice, it's really important you keep your eyes closed and you just feel. Feel how your practice affects your body, your mind, your breath, your spirit, your energy, your mood. This shit works. Yep. Hands to prayer, bow the head, have some gratitude for yourself and for your efforts on the mat and for showing up always. Lift the head, open the eyes. Namaste. Hydrate yourselves. We did get a little steamy in here today, which is always a good sign. Let me know if you have any questions. I am here again on Friday. Let me just say goodbye to them.